You ever see someone tied to a tree like it's the 1800s? And the people holding the rope laugh like they're filming a joke for their group chat? Yeah, that happened. Only they picked the wrong woman. It was somewhere off a rural trail in western Arkansas, just trees, gravel, and the kind of silence that makes people bold when they think no one's watching. Deputies Cole Sanders and Brad Minton were responding to what they claimed was a suspicious vehicle abandoned near a campsite. But what they found wasn't stolen property, and it wasn't some petty criminal. It was a black woman, maybe mid-30s, sitting quietly in her car with a busted lip, a gas receipt from 20 minutes earlier, and, apparently, that was enough for suspicion. They didn't ask for her name, didn't call in a medic, didn't even try to check if she was hurt. Instead, they pulled her out, zip-tied her wrists, dragged her through the leaves, and tied her to a pine tree like she was some wild thing they had to contain. Cole, laughing the whole time, pulled out his phone and filmed her. "Look at that," he joked to Minton. "Got ourselves a silent protest in the woods." She said nothing, didn't scream, didn't beg, just stared straight ahead, like she'd seen this before, like silence was armor. And you know what? That silence broke one of them. Minton. He was younger, newer to the force. You could see it in the way his hands shook after he tightened the rope. He didn't say anything either, but his eyes kept flicking to her face. There was blood dried along her hairline, not from them. No, it was already there. And he noticed. That's when the first crack formed. See? Minton started digging through her bag, looking for ID, trying to give this arrest some legitimacy. That's when he found it. A room key from the Capitol Heights Grand Hotel, a laminated pass, and tucked in the folds of a folder. A photo. Old, worn, creased down the middle. The woman's face was only half visible, the rest blacked out like someone tried to erase it. He didn't show Cole right away. He just held it, staring, like something didn't sit right. Later that night, back at the precinct, Cole turned in his half-baked report. Non-compliant subject, possible fraud, refused to identify. He even noted the injury as self-inflicted during resistance, like that baton bruise on her ribs just showed up on its own. But Minton, he didn't sleep. Instead, he copied the video to a hidden USB, labeled it with one word: tree. Now here's where it flips. Next morning, a rookie officer named Kaylin Reyes pulls the woman's vehicle into evidence processing. She's methodical, careful, scans the car, finds something strange tucked beside the passenger seat wall, a small, round black disc with a fading LED, government-issued tracking tech, same kind used by federal crisis units. That was the moment everything started unraveling. Because when they ran that tracker through the national database, the system stalled. Not denied, stalled, like the request went somewhere higher than local authority. 10 minutes later, a cold, crisp call came down from the Federal Strategic Oversight Office. The woman tied to the tree, her name was Dr. Nalia Monroe, not just a federal employee, not even just a director. She was the senior commander of the United States Counter-Coercion Task Force, a covert unit that handles high-risk domestic operations, hostage negotiations, and human rights violations. Yeah, the same woman they mocked, filmed, and humiliated in the woods. When the footage dropped, it went nuclear. Within hours, the entire country had seen it. Civil rights groups launched lawsuits. Media outlets ran side-by-side comparisons with lynching photographs from the early 1900s. But here's the twist. Monroe didn't go on a press tour, didn't speak on camera. She didn't say a damn word. She let the silence speak for her. What came next wasn't just backlash, it was reckoning. Other women came forward. A nurse in Tallahassee described being cuffed and shoved into her own trunk by Cole for aggressive posture. A mother in Dallas revealed her autistic son was beaten in front of their home. No witnesses, no body cam, no justice. But now the silence was ending. When Cole was brought to trial, he still thought he'd walk. Said the video was taken out of context, said he was doing his job, said people were too soft these days. Then the court played the tape, unedited, showed him laughing, showed him filming, showed him tightening the rope, and then they showed her card, the federal badge, the heat mark still visible on the back, proving it had just been pulled from her clothes when they cuffed her. The jury didn't take long. 30 years. No parole. No sentence reduction. The judge's final words were simple. You will not walk free from the pain you caused under the color of law. And Monroe? She didn't attend the sentencing. She wasn't there for applause. Weeks later, her name appeared in the witness registry of a civil rights tribunal, this time as a licensed attorney. In her statement, she wrote, "I do not seek justice. I seek to end the reflex that made my silence necessary." That line, it stuck. It got printed on flyers, carved into stone at the site where she was tied, and even became the opening slide at a new ethics training program for law enforcement recruits nationwide. And the tree? People started bringing white stones. No messages, no names, just presence. Quiet defiance. A reminder. One high schooler walked past it one rainy morning, stopped, and scribbled something faint in pencil on the trunk. "If there comes a time I choose silence, I will remember this tree." And in the end, maybe that's the lesson. Not every hero shouts. Not every fight is loud. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is stare someone in the eye, remember their face, and live on. So now I gotta ask you, when you saw her tied to that tree, who did you think she was? And when you found out, did it change what you thought was justice? Because the next time you see someone judged in silence, maybe you'll remember her. What about you? Do you believe justice only belongs to those with badges, or to those who survive in silence? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this story ain't just about her, it's about us.